So let me tell you while we're walking what's going on. I seen the sign on the side of the highway on my way back. It said Walker Cemetery. Pulled in. I know some of these names in this Walker Cemetery, but I accidentally passed it and went on down and we found the Mount Olive, which I did a video on. But as I was turning around, right here across the road, and there is a gate. It looked like it was open, but it's fenced, and I seen a sign across there that said Historical Cemetery. So I don't know. I'm gonna go over here. Don't look like nobody's cut or cleaned it in years. If there ain't a no trespassing sign and the gate's open, we're gonna check it out and see if we can find anything cool to look at. Straight across the road from Walker Cemetery. So we're standing in Walker Cemetery, and that gate is right there. I did notice there's a pond over here. So if it goes looking too snaky, we ain't gonna do it. We'll have to come back during the winter when there's underbrush dead. It's open. Let's ease up in here. If we can do it without getting on a snake. Just a side note before we go in here. One gate's still standing, the other gate's gone. If there's graves in here, there might not be a marker. Depends on how old this is. It might have been wooden crosses. We're gonna see if we can find a way up in here. So we up in here, and man is it thick. I'm talking about really thick. I may have to save this when I got somebody with me. Maybe come back in the winter when a lot of this underbrush is dead. I'm gonna go just a little further. I'd love to at least see a sign of a headstone. You know, I don't know, maybe this cemetery was set up and never used for future, but it says Historical Cemeteries. That should tell us something. I'm about 250 yards deep in here, and it has been just like this the whole way. No sign of headstone. I'm gonna ease back out to the road and I'll show you the sign. That way I can look it up. And if it turns out that there should be graves in here, I might try to put together a group of people. Come back and see what we can find. But it's just, this was a little side thing for me today. Didn't expect to come across this, and I don't have a machete with me. So this will be one of them spots we're gonna be back to eventually. So we're back out on the road. I'm gonna walk you down here and show you this sign behind this fence. And also that'll help me look it up. You can tell it might have been buried in there in years. It's called the Lamont Henderson Historical Cemetery. The fence, I believe runs all the way down to the edge of the Mount Olive Cemetery we was just in. Let's ease down here a minute before we ride. Okay, here's a spot. I see a corner post here, and the fence goes that way. So there's a gap between the two cemeteries here. Well, no, that must be another old gate, because you can see right there it comes off and comes down, and there's a corner here, and it slopes back in and slopes in here. So I would bet that's a gate across right there, that all that's growing on. Another gate probably come back out down there. So this is another gate. This is the one we went in earlier. The one we just found a while ago was down there on that side of that sign. So I'm guessing it must have eventually at one time went in and circled around and come back. Let's walk down right here and see how far this fence goes. Leaving from this gate entry we had walked through earlier. Headed down right here. I know I seen water through here a while ago. I was hoping to see a headstone through there somewhere. but I'm sure not seeing one. Okay, here's the end post. There's not a fence going the other way off of it, or this way. Yeah, there is. Fence goes back the other way. So that must be the end of this one. Man, I wished we could see a grave in there where we knew for sure which end would be good to start on when we come back. That shit is thick.